So this is going to be version 2 of blind scraping. So I've got 0 there on that end, and on this end I've got 8/10. So what I need to do is I need to bring the end of this test bar up. It's a 6-inch test bar, so I need to take off the back end of this on this edge right here. So I'm going to set it up, and a little bit different than the last one I did. So I got the plate laid out, and 5 spaces, but I'm only going to make single passes, and it's going to be a little bit longer strokes. And this is a normal blind scrape if you're step scraping. So there it is. That's 5 passes. So I'm gonna blue it, clean it, blue it, and see how flat it is, first of all. And then get a print. And that is blind scraping. I didn't even print this. All I did was glue it up with the roller. So we'll see. So there it is. Looks like I dug a little bit heavy on the center and around this edge. So I'm just going to hit hit some of that, and blew it up again. So the last pass I went that way. So I'm going back to my old style. Should have shortened the stroke up a bit. But we'll see. That is a different scraper I'm using this time. That's a 7 ELM. Biax 7 ELM, longer stroke. So there it is. So this is just a check square. I will make one more pass on it. Flatten it a little bit more. We'll see how much 5 passes took off of that. So there we go. So that's good enough to check square. So we'll see how good I did. Be right back. All right, let me. So I've got 0 there. And down here, 4/10. So it was 8/10. I took out half of it that time. And that is a true blind scrape, what I just did. And while I got you here, I want to show you something. I see people do this all the time. I see people setting their indicators up like this to check this. What it is the indicator is not, it's not square, you know. I want the indicator 90 degrees to my work surface. Another thing I see people do is they got the tip way down here. They put the tip, in this view you can see it, they put their tip down. Yeah, it still reads, you know, well, I'll check it there. We'll see if it still says the same thing. So there's 0. I can't even get 0 to repeat because the indicator is so screwed up. There's 0. And that's reading 8/10. So I know that's bad, you know. You don't want to set your inner rapids up like this. You know, I've got a sheet here, and it shows you. You want that 12 degrees, that contact point. 12 degrees. So you want it more horizontal instead of like this. Put it down this way, not up like this. If you got another indicator, I see this a lot too. Let me move that. So if you got one of these, you don't want the indicator on your part like this. It's kind of obvious. It's kind of like common sense. But you don't want that. You want to get that indicator straight this way, and you want to get it straight this way, as straight as you can, to get the most the readings that are going to repeat and going to be accurate. So just a little tip. All right, so that's another that is another version of step scraping or blind scraping, and that is actual blind scraping. I didn't print it. I didn't take the high spots. I just went over it, you know, and I could probably do the same amount again, you know, to get that in to where it's perfect. So, and I will, but that's enough of the step scraping. I won't bore you with any more of that. But anyways, I just wanted you to see blind scrape, step scraping. So that's it. Have a good day.